Welcome to Papers Review. I am Charles AKUDO. Today we take our headlines from The Hope, The Nigerian Tribune, The Nation, The Punch, The Voice of Liberty, The Daily Monitor, The Daily Trust, The Matrix, The Daily Times, First Daily, The Guardian, Punch Sports Extra, and the Matrix Showbiz Gist. On the Hope newspaper, JAM panel uncovers 190 AI cheats in the 2025 UTME. 4,251 cases of finger bending. 1,878 fake disability claims have been exposed. The police make 1,950 arrests, and the EFCC secures 588 convictions in August, says the NOA. On the Nigerian Tribune, strike threats. The federal government meets with NUPENG and the NLC. The TUC threatens strike, describes policy as economic wickedness. On the local government funds, fireworks at Abuja court, as Osun government says the AGF are not ready to obey court orders. On the Voice of Liberty newspaper, the FCT resident doctors commence a 7-day warning strike. Our debts are alarming. We must stop recklessly borrowing. House of Rep Speaker Vas. The National Grid faces 5.6 trillion naira revenue loss as premium customers exit. Federal government drowning in power debt. GenCos warn of collapse. On the Daily Monitor newspaper, the TUC threatens nationwide strike over 5% petroleum tax. 1.3 million people displaced by the insecurities in the Northwest. Nurses are key contributors to the nation's economy, said the federal government. On the Daily Independent newspaper, Tinubu working to engender responsible borrowing. Federal government economic reforms showing tangible results, says Edu. Protest rocks. Abuja over alleged plot to undermine the EFCC. On the Daily Times, NUPENG strike continues as Labour and the federal government talks and Dangote's representatives walk out. Declare a national war on insecurity. Obi charges the federal government. Federal government begins distribution of 2.9 billion naira free maternal neonatal care items. On the Matrix newspaper, flight disruptions. Airline staffs vanish. We are left to face angry passengers. The NCAA laments. Deadlock. Federal government fails to resolve face-off between NUPENG and Dangote. 5% tax on petroleum products and economic wickedness against overburdened Nigeria, says the TUC. On the Nation, EFCC grill Sojimoto CEO over 5.7 billion naira contract fraud. Court to hear Osun Council fund applications for September 22nd. Edu. Soaring revenue caught in, debt raise, and economics profile. Moving on to the Daily Trust newspaper. Low turnout as school resumes. Examination malpractice becoming common. Undercovers 4,251 tech-driven cases. Patients in the FCT seek alternatives as doctors begin strike. On the First Daily newspaper, debt time bomb. Abbas sounds alarm and Edwin counters. The APC hails Beijing's acceptance of Naira as a milestone. Security sweep. Police arrest 1,950 suspects, and the EFCC secures 588 convictions. The Guardian newspaper. JAMB uncovers 4,251 cases of biometric fraud in the 2025 UTME. Over 3.5 million Nigerians pre-registered in 3 weeks, says INEC. How Japa, vandals, and investor fatigue keep telecom services below par. On the Punch newspaper, New Peng shuts depot as federal government and Dangote talks drag on. Compensation road may stall for 712 billion naira Lagos airport revamp. The North rallies voters as South tops pre-registration list. On to entertainment with the Matrix showbiz gist. Big Brother Naija Season 10. Thelma Lawson dethrones Fate and becomes the Week 7 head of house. I hope my daughter learns her worth from my journey. Annie Macaulay. Court orders eviction of comedian Alibaba from Victoria Island property. On to sports with the Matrix Sports. They play for Europe's big team. South African coach rose on the Super Eagles start. Nigeria in a must-win tie against South Africa for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. On sports again with the Punch Sports Extra. All or nothing, Super Eagles face Bafana Test in a must-win World Cup qualifier. Mourinho among the world best, and Marcus Rashford won't make an early United return. And those are the paper reviews for today. Join us again tomorrow.